introduce the band. Please give it up for the mighty, the legendary, the downright devastating Motley Crue! Gentlemen, good to see you. Good to see you. Thanks for coming. Not bad, not bad.
We have our names in front of us in case
We're going to be opening for lots of questions in a little bit. To kick things off, I just want to ask a couple of questions. I mean, this is an emotional thing. This is an emotional time for you. I mean, how does it feel being here saying, this is it, it's the last announcement of the last show?
Well, it's kind of tough because it's the last time, we're doing a lot of these places, but we still have so many more concerts to do before the end. So it's kind of bittersweet. But it's not really that. You've got to really feel it until we actually play in Los Angeles the last few nights. It's pretty emotional.
Yeah. Can you remember the first time you came to Europe? What memories have you got of that journey?
I think the first time I came to Europe, we played Download Festival, didn't we? Was that the first time? Same thing? I don't know.
You did a lot of drugs. You can't remember.
Monsters. No, it was Donington. So we don't know. We don't know. But we were here.
Yeah, because I mean, Europe's always been really, really fun. Did you feel that love straight away? Was it kind of instant coupling with you guys in Europe?
Yeah, I mean, for us, a lot of the musicians that we grew up with came out of the UK especially. And, coming over and playing over here for the first time, it was an emotional thing for us. A lot of people from Europe go to Los Angeles and they're like, wow, somebody came out of here, we felt the other way. And then we got the Iron Maiden tour to support them. We got to go all over Europe for the first time. We got to take in the audiences, and we really learned the passion that European fans and UK fans have for rock music.
Oh, just
Say what?
very demanding.
That's good.
We've got, there should be a gentleman or maybe with a microphone. We're going to start putting the floor. Here we go. Wonderful. If you have a question, please ask straight away. Gentleman in the black shirt on. Your name, where you're from, and your question.
My name's Leo, I'm from Star Radio in the UK. My question, first of all, just to say I also can't believe the Motley Crue are in the Law Society, something that I never thought we'd see. Guys, you also signed a contract saying there'll be no more touring. Now that the world tour is underway, have any of you had any private regrets about doing that? Are you getting into the groove so much you might want to continue?
Any regrets, gentlemen?
Alice has a regret touring with us.
Not at all. Was it a question of, if you do this, you want to get on top, you want to go at the right point, you want to feel like we're, quitting at the zenith? Is that the point? Come on.
I'm sorry,
Was it a case of kind of thinking, if we do this, we've got to do it at the right point, we've got to be at the right point in that, not on the side of what we're doing really well?
We've been talking about, this isn't something that's new, we've been talking about, and the tour, we talked about it about six years ago in Japan, and we sat around and tried to figure out how do we want to end this. And it's just how we chose to be on a high note.
Does that answer your question? That's not another question from the floor. Please hand that a gentleman just over there. Check shout.
Hey guys, Darren Reddick from Planet Rock. How you doing? After all these years of touring together and drawing this all to a conclusion and everything, what have you learned from touring with each other? What is the big lesson that you come away with and go, yeah, maybe I pass that on to someone else?
What have you learned about each other?
That's we learned too much about each other. Stuff we didn't want to know about.
You think about everything we've shared together, it's something very few people get to do. It's more than a family. We've got to experience the highest highs and the lowest lows together. We've been best friends, and we've been at odds with each other, and we've done stuff that I guess we probably never even had an idea that was possible. We kind of we went by blind faith and passion and love for music, and we just, accidentally woke up, and it's been almost 35 years. It's just kind of amazing.
It's remarkable what you've reached in your career, and many other bands, kind of peers or groups around the time have kind of faded away. You guys, you're still doing it, you're doing these huge things. I mean, what is that? Is it down to reinvention every so often? What do you think you've survived?
I think maybe it's because when you look out at the crowd, it's not just the people that grow up with it. It's not 50-year-olds out there. It's their kids and grandkids. We became a multi-generational band. It's everything in between. Plus, it's not just rockers out there. There's a rock guy, all decked out in leather, sitting next to a guy in a suit. And just like it. I think that was kind of the secret, just getting those younger bands.
Yeah.
A lot of hard rock is also anthemic. There's a lot of anthems between, our generation of bands seem to write those songs that will appeal to kids at 16, 30 years from now. They'll still hear those songs and go, oh yeah, that's me. I mean, it's just like an 18-year-old kid right now listening to my generation will go, oh yeah, that's me. Those songs live on forever, and I think that's why that music just keeps going. It's got the energy. You're not going to ever take that energy out of the grooves of the record. It's always there. By the way, a record is a black thing that goes around. Put a needle on it.
I mean, we could. We are lucky to have you here. How's it been having the legend in having people on as a Nick? Has it been? I guess it's just wonderful having you here.
Yes, it is wonderful having you. Well, for you, it's fun for us because these guys are the same school,
Yeah.
I can just speak for myself. I must have been about 14 years old, and this kid that I was hanging out with, his older sister was really hot, so I decided to become friends with him. And he took me to his house, and I saw this poster. I'd never seen anything like it before. It was this man-woman with a snake. And I go, what is that? And he goes, it's this. And he put on Alice Cooper, and I fell in love with Alice's music and everything about Alice Cooper from day one. Been a fan, seen him a million times. So when the opportunity came to tour together, I kind of pinched myself, to be honest with you. I feel like maybe we should be opening for Alice. I think it's really not an opening or headlining thing. It's we're a gang. It's like all of us are going up doing this together. We're really proud to put our final stamp on our career with Alice next to us. Thanks.
So how do you go about putting together a set for these shows? Final shows? Is it just going to be sculpted, sometimes it's just going to be just knocking people dead, as Alice says, and stuff, and
You got music itself.
yeah.
We've got to play the hits. And there's always going to be those people that want to play some obscure songs, people that it's part of their career. But, there's always going to be this business off people, but you still have to play the songs that everybody really wants to hear. And it's fun for us to play these songs. For me, I go there, I love playing those short films and wild style, little songs people want to hear.
And this is going to be the biggest production in terms of the stage sets and everything that you've ever done in Europe, ever, going out on a high. So Tommy, is it right that there's going to be like just a little 4-piece drum kit, like little jazz kits, quite quiet, low key, little cymbals, is that right? Is that how it's going to be? Would you tell me about the monster, tell me about what people are going to get to see drum lights?
this, other than the massiveness of the show, is a ginormous roller coaster. It goes out about 200 feet out to the audience. And
Farther than this room.
yeah,
Wait, if you look around, and look back there, there's a whole spot.
yeah, about 60 feet in the air. And we've also got a new addition called the Cruise Nest. And we actually, at the end of the show, we want to perform a number. And it's kind of like, I don't know how to explain it, there's a bunch of seats around the stage, and they rise up with us, and they get just like the same view from probably about 40 feet up in the air with us while we're playing. So the show is just insane.
Yeah.
Looking forward to coming over and playing for everybody.
And we have incendiary musical instruments. Musical instruments that we see as being weapons in any other context. The flaming weapons. Flaming instruments.
Oh, flaming instruments? Yeah, we have so much pyro that they have to put a fire retardant on our stage plays. And there's been times when when we're putting our shows together, we're running through everything. I remember, where was that? We all had to jump off. Tommy had to jump off his drums. We had to jump down into the pit because it got so hot on stage. It was in Vegas, right? You know, the whole show was just based on fire. So it's a big part of our show. You know, our pyro show, we've been developing pyro since very early on. We would hang around pyro companies and figure out how to do stunts. And you think back all the way to the beginning of Inches to Lightning on fire on stage, and that was the starting point of this kind of crazy journey with pyrotechnics and over the top productions. We worked really hard with developing fresh new looks, where we think that it's kind of the artist's responsibility to keep pushing the envelope. There's a lot of great stuff out there, but sometimes you see the same stuff at a lot of the same shows. So we really pride ourselves on trying to push that.
In the audience, you got a hand up? Oh, there we have on the front row. Set with the microphone. There you go.
I got two questions, but one is going to be answered. So, Christina from Sonic Shops, I was wondering, okay, Sonic concert to stop touring, but it's not really the end of the tour. There's a project we've been talking about for a long time and never happened, which is the move at the third. So this could be a good time, maybe, to make it happen.
Time frame on the movie?
Yeah, so we would be the obviously
Yeah.
working now, you know, it's been talking about it for a long time.
Yeah.
How are we looking? When do you have any idea how close we are to the screen?
Well, it's interesting because in a perfect world, the movie would have come out sometime during the touring cycle, but almost by accident, well actually it is by accident, the movie's going to come out when the band has played its final show, and in a sense for us, it's extending Motley Crue even farther. You know, it's going to be in, and then the movie comes and it keeps the music alive, so we're very excited about that. I think we've been talking about sometime next year, right? It's kind of a rough idea that, you know, who knows, we don't make movies, you know, this is our first time up to bat, and we're learning a lot.
I mean, there is that question of kind of what happens next. What's the next kind of project you're going to do? So you've got this show in LA, and New Zealand, which sold out. That's like pre-sale sold out. What else is happening the morning after? What are you going to be planning on this? There's been talk about you're going to keep making music. What's
Yeah.
I'll
keep making music, going out to the and be at home, be involved in music. And also have a football team in Las Vegas, so be involved in that. And restaurants, there's a lot of cool projects that everyone's going to have time they've always wanted to do, because Motley Crue takes up so much time. And so we really dig into the new projects and everyone's going to do together.
Yeah. And there's a Broadway play, is this right? You've been thinking about?
Yeah, based on my book, The Heroin Diaries, so we're working with that and about ready to do our first table read and have my other band 6 a.m. And, you know, like Vince said, it's hard when, you know, we call it the mothership with Motley Crue. It takes up so much time. It's our number one priority. It always has been. And, you know, I can't speak for everybody else, but I know that it's going to give me personally an opportunity, as much as I'll miss Motley Crue, give me an opportunity, I'm sure the rest of you guys an opportunity, to dive into some new stuff creatively. You know, it kind of hit me, I think when I turned 50, I said, okay, there's more years behind me that's in front of me. So you got to strike, you got to keep going out there and keep pushing those boundaries, I guess. Just have fun and make music. None of us here in this band got here because we were lazy. And nobody in this band got here because we're not creative. So I have a feeling that we're all going to do stuff that's very exciting. Do I think I'll ever do anything as big as Motley Crue? I don't think it's possible to be in a band be as big as Motley Crue. That doesn't mean I'm not going to keep making music though. So it's not about the money, it's about the passion anymore.
I'm really interested to find out what these shows have been feeling like so far. Because I guess every night, because they kind of goodbye, isn't it? You know, the fans. You're doing this for the fans have to be cities. So, how's it been? How have the shows been? How's it been feeling? You get to those certain highlights in the set. I guess it must be huge emotion.
That's really just the last song. You know, we really kind of saying goodbye. You know, you don't just say, see you next time. You know, because they ain't be another next time. But sometimes you look out and I know I'm singing and get a little choked up sometimes. You know, they're thinking, wow, look at this, what I'm doing right now. I'm seeing the 16,000 people, and this is the last time we're going to see us. Yeah, that last day, you know, I think we're all going to be pretty embarrassing, crying women.
Is it the same for you, Tommy, and you to share those moments on stage with that kind of the weight of the event every time? See, that's a big deal. Yeah. Are you sharing moments when you're playing on stage?
Yeah, it's funny because you know, a couple of places now we officially won't be back. So I had a few of those moments, like recently we were in Japan and Australia. Those two places we won't be coming back to. And it's all pretty much the last song for me because I'm kind of busy throughout the rest of the show. But the last song, I'm sitting down playing piano, and that's the only time I think I need to look out to see everybody. Like Vince, you know, I sat there and looked at Vince and looked out the audience and seeing people like wave goodbye, or people crying, and it's just it hits you then, and you're like, wow, this is fucking crazy. This is it. How to explain it? It's definitely mixed emotions because I'm happy and you see people happy and also you see people really sad. So.
It's an emotional thing. Just finally, have you got a message to the fans who are going to be coming to these decks on the us? Have you got a message to people who are going, what are they going to get? Alex, yeah. Have you got a message for them?
Oh, I mean, you know, it's all about the show. I think the audience, you know, the whole deal about these two bands is that every show is treated like the last show. You know, you get up there and it's the middle of the tour, you're still that night killing the audience. The idea is to kill the audience, you know, and walk away. And I think both bands have that attitude. You know, you never just kind of get up and go through the motions or walk through it. You go up there and absolutely nail the audience. We want them talking about that show more than anything else. That's always been my attitude, you know, it's just, for 45 years, is never give the audience a chance to get their breath, you know. And I think that the state of rock and roll right now is so limp, you know. There's not a lot of rock and roll bands out there. So that's why I think you're seeing Ozzy and you're seeing Aerosmith and bands like that, you know, and Motley Crue and Alice Cooper are still killing it on stage. And that's the only way we know how to do it. That's really the only way we've been taught to do it, and that's the only way you really know how to do it. So this will be a rock and roll extravaganza.
Wonderful. Gentlemen, thank you very much for coming in. Everybody, please give it up. Motley Crue.